Hi everyone, this is Rami with a garden update. It is April 21st and this is my second update. So let's get started. This is my mint. Nothing's really changed with it. It's still looking luscious and beautiful. Right here is my onions. Again, looking the same. Nothing really has changed. I added this tomato into this area by the jasmine. I only put it there because it was outgrowing its little container, the seed container, and it just needed to get out of there. And that's the only space I had. It gets like, like very little sunlight here, so I guess it's kind of sort of an experiment to see maybe it'll grow or how well it does compared to the others that get full sunlight. Here's the strawberry guava tree. The jasmine still smells wonderful and it's in full bloom. The kumquat tree is doing okay. Apple tree, same. And that big thorn thing you see there, the kumquat tree is a grafted tree, and what had happened was last year my mom put soil in it at the root of it, and I guess the grafted point started growing like the actual tree, the root tree, not the graft, but the root tree, and it grew, and I was like, I didn't realize what was wrong with it until later on. So we ended up cutting it. But yeah, here are the carrots. I've been, grabbing, some out of it and transplanting it. Here's the bok choy. It's doing so good and really pretty. I like it. The carrots in the container, more carrots. Here is the early girl tomato, and there's flowers coming on it right there. So I don't know if it's too early for the tomatoes to start flowering, if I should pluck those or what. So if you know anything, because the plant is fairly small, and I mean, probably like 1 year's experience last year, my plants didn't start flowering until they were a little bit bigger. So if you know if I should just pluck these or if I should just leave them, let me know. If otherwise, I'll just leave them. There's carrots down there; they're doing okay. I did transfer all my peppers into containers, all majority of my peppers, and they're all doing okay. They're different varieties, and I don't know which one is which, because the seeds were all mixed up. But one thing is, I did was I added perlite. I think that's what it's called, the white substance, the rock-looking substance for aeration in the soil before I planted it. One plant that I do know and I adore very much for my pepper plants is this one right here. If you can see that green speck, it's actually a very small plant, and that is a black pearl ornamental, and I had one seed left from last year, and I ended up putting it there and nurturing it, and it came up, and I've been nurturing it since then. Over here are all my okras. Let's start this way. This is cilantro, and I don't know why that seed is in there. I didn't put it in the starter seed. I have a container for cilantro, but it came up, so once it goes up a little bit, I'm going to transplant it into the other one, or I'll just leave it in here until it grows. This is burgundy okra, and if you look at the stems, they're really pretty burgundy color, and all of this, majority of this is burgundy. This is either a jade okra or Burmese. I think these two are jade, and this one's Burmese okra. And majority of them are coming up. I had an incident in front where they were sitting, in my mom's gardening area when they were sprouting, and a cat came and kind of like messed it up. So a bunch of the seeds fell out while they were sprouting. So that's why you see some cells that are, sort of empty or just have one in it, because some of the seeds were, disturbed by the cat. So we ended up losing them. Well, anyway, this is a bitter gourd or bitter melon. We call it karela in Hindi. I've all of these had these seeds, but none of them germinated. But these two, and this is from my garden last year. So I hope that they actually do germinate later on, because last year they took a while to germinate. So I'm just leaving those in here. I believe these are peppers. The true leaves are coming on, and I don't know what they are. I want to say they're peppers. They look like peppers. Again, I don't know what kind. I have a lot of pepper plants this year. these are cucumbers that are probably not gonna go in the garden, and I'm gonna end up giving to somebody because, as I said earlier, all my cucumber plant seeds germinated. This one plant right here is a hot wax pepper, and I don't know what these are. These are my little finger eggplants, and they're doing okay. The true leaves are turning yellow, but the actual leaf is okay. So I'm just gonna, I think they should be okay. Over here, I have in this container a put jalokia, aka ghost pepper, germinating. There's only one seed in here. I have this thing outside because I want to see if it germinates outside. I have others in my, my domed cell, cell holder. It's like this, but it's an actual cell holder. This is a cupcake holder, but it's like a domed cell seed holder, seed starter thing with the heating pad at the bottom, inside. Moving on, these are, various plants that I dug up from my garden because I didn't know what they were, and I just this is like the mystery plant pot. A bean plant, and there's another one coming out over there if you can see it. I'm just going to leave this in here until later and just transplant it wherever I put my beans. In this, I have ground cherries, and they look like tomatillos, but they're actually, cherries that when they're ripened, they fall on the ground. So I'm really looking forward to this. I got these seeds in a seed swap, and they're so tiny, and I'm very happy that, a few of them came up. These are cucumber plants that I'm holding for my sister. If she doesn't get these are going in the ground because this one is the healthiest of them all. Even the ones that I have in my in the ground, this one seems to be doing the best. The leaves are like, nice and big, and they're doing much better. So if she doesn't come and get them, I'll put them in the ground wherever I put them. In here, this is a soybean. There's another soybean coming out right there. These two are broccoli, which I don't think they're gonna make because I think it's already getting too warm for broccoli to start and to start from seed. So I'm just gonna let it be and just do broccoli as a fall crop this year. Let me take you to my garden. I'll go around this way. So we're looking at my garden now, and everything's the same. One thing I will be doing is I'll be pulling this lily plant out, the white lily, and I'm actually going to uproot it and give it to my mom to put in the front. And I'm going to move one of my tomatoes that either the Roma or the early girl that's over there or the Roma that's over here into a corner. It still gets full sunlight. I'm going to put compost there and, Miracle-Gro garden soil. I'm going to put it there and put the tomato there. So when it grows, the fencing and the cherry, the strawberry guava acts like a kind of like a trellis or like a cage for it. I have a lot of tomato plants this year too, and I don't have enough room, so hopefully I can do that and it works out. Well, there's my Roma tomato. It's doing okay, not really growing. I ended up pulling out all the bok choy except a few, and what I did was, those are the carrots that are doing okay. I took out the ones that looked semi-healthy or like the healthiest of all of them, which is like ridiculous because if you look at them, they don't even look healthy. But I, just wanted to give it a shot, and I spaced them out and I put them in the ground, and some of them are doing okay. Like that one doesn't look like it's gonna make it. And I do have, if you see these pellets, I have snail medicine. They're pet free and wildlife free, but they're not organic. And I'm not one that does the full organic gardening. But I try. But if something is like ruining my plants, I will take measures to eliminate them. Not and at least I think of it as it's better than the store herbicide. Pesticides that they put. This can't really hurt anything. Other than the slugs, because they were totally destroying everything, like the radishes even. They're doing all right now. You can see the true leaves coming on, but they were so like eaten up if you see the plants, and it was just devastating. This right here is tomato, something that was a volunteer. Well, there's a whole bunch of them. Like, oh my god, if you see, there's like at least 10-15 plants in here, and I'm guessing that one of the tomatoes from last year's crop fell on the ground, and these came up. I am gonna save one of those, or at least two of those, and try to see what it is. Just curiosity. I put in carrots over here. The soil here is not that great. I did, put some compost and garden soil on it, but they might not do that great. So we'll see. If they don't, then I'll pull them out. But, I can use that space for soybeans or something like that. We'll see. Over here is my early girl tomato, another one. This looks like it's getting buds on it too, right there. Again, if anybody knows if I should be pulling, the buds off, let me know, because I don't know if it's too early for them. Another tomato. I might put that in the ground or put it in I think that's gonna go in a bigger container, like a 5-gallon container, because that container is way too small for it, and I'm not gonna leave it in there. The onions are doing good, toppling over, and some are stronger than the others. Like this one was planted with the rest of them, but it's not doing so well. Whereas, these right here are doing so much better. But they're doing okay. My first year growing onions, and I'm excited about them. I'm hoping that they all turn into, beautiful bulbs. My peas back here are doing okay. No blossoms yet, but it seems like it's growing now, and that's just a good thing. I'm just gonna leave these as they are, and as they, if they produce a couple of pods, hopefully I'll save those seeds for next year. Here is another one of my early girls, and this is supposed to be the one that, like my main plant. But oh, there's buds on this one too. I don't think this area gets enough sunlight, so what might end up happening is one of the others will probably produce more than this one. But I planted tomatoes on that side of the garden last year, like where they have the Romer tomatoes, and I didn't want to put all my tomatoes at the same spot. I've heard that you're supposed to, change areas. Everything else here is okay because it doesn't get a lot of sunlight. Things don't grow in that area, so maybe something to consider next year. The cucumber plants are doing okay. I added a couple more plants, and they're getting their leaves. These are like the munchkin pickling kind. And they're getting their leaves, but they don't look as healthy as I would, as I was hoping. They don't look as healthy as this, and they're the same plant. So, these are like my fallback. These two that I have in the container. If these don't last, then I'll just have two that will make it. The lettuce is doing okay. The black-seeded Simpson. And again, my first year growing lettuce, it might be getting a little too hot for them soon. But as long as I get a few crops out of them, I'm fine. Other than that, everything else is fine. I haven't added the containers onto the side yet. That probably won't happen until next week because I'm still in school and I'm on spring break right now. And once I'm done with spring break, I have finals and papers coming on. So I probably won't give the gardens as much time as I do right now. But I will keep you guys updated. I'll do a video the day I do add that container. I have the containers already. I have the 45-gallon containers, 3 of them, and then I have the buckets with the ropes on the side. I have 4 of those, which I'll be adding drilling holes at the bottom and adding in that area that had the wood pieces last time we saw in the last video. So yeah. In here are my potatoes, and they are growing like crazy. I mean, it's amazing how quickly these guys grow. I held them not 3 days ago, and they're, pretty big. And I just hope that, I get lots and lots of potatoes out of these, because my mom actually laughs at me when I tell her I'm growing potatoes in a bag and in a bucket. Here's the other potato, but, the bucket actually. And the potatoes are looking up, and that's so cute. I love the way this looks. Maybe it's just me, but I'll be hilling these when they get, up to here. So, in here is the cilantro, and I just threw coriander seeds in here that I had in the kitchen just to see if they would come up, and I had given up on them, and they actually came up. These are onions, and I forget what kind. I want to say this is, let me see here, candy. These are candy hybrid onions, and they're doing okay. I'm actually starting these to put in the ground for fall. So I'm going to put them in like a shaded area for throughout summer, and they'll grow. and then I'll, you know, transplant them into into an area in the ground for fall. I'll mulch them, and then next spring they'll come back up. So I want to see how that works out. And here we have the cosmic purple carrots, and I'm really excited about these. These came to me in a seed swap, and purple carrots are always cool. Bok choy in there, they've all come up there. I'm gonna let them grow in there for a while, like I did last year. And once they grow, I'm going to transplant them somewhere in the garden. Let me show you things that are over there in that other area and in the little cell area, you know, in the little cabinet. I'll be right back. So I'm back with my pepper plants from last year. These overwintered by themselves, my beautiful little pepper plants. And they're bell peppers. They're green bell peppers that turn red when they're ripe, obviously. And three of them survived, you know, the harsh winter we had last winter. I'm really happy. And I have a question for anybody that overwinters their peppers. All of these have flowers on them. They have tiny little flowers starting. I don't know if you can see. Focus. Right there. And there's a bunch of them on all the plants. And I want to know if, that's really out of focus, there you go. I want to know if I'm supposed to pluck this and let this grow a little bit. So the plant grows a little bit and then, you know, puts in energy for producing peppers. I did that with my plants last year, but then again, they were first year plants. These are, you know, mature plants that are coming back. So if anybody knows, please, please, please let me know. The garlic in here is doing okay. I don't know when to harvest these. I have no idea. I'm just letting them go until they die out, and then I'm just going to dig them out, hopefully. But yeah, I'm going to take it in the back, and well, you know, into the side of the house, and I'll show you what things look like there. I'll be right back. So we're in the back looking at the cabinet with the seedlings in it, and really quickly I'll go over them. They're doing okay, not so, you know, not as good as like I would like them. This one's the giant Thai pepper. All of these are, and they're doing okay. They're growing fairly slowly, and the true leaves are kind of curling. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow is I'm gonna be transplanting these into a bigger, into my, you know, the containers that were in here before, like the aluminum cans. I'm gonna put them in their aluminum cans. I don't know, you know, the cans that have vegetables in them, canned vegetables. I'm gonna put them in those, and just until I have a, you know, an area to plant these. But I'm excited. I didn't know these were the giant Thai peppers. And so that's that. This one right here is the pepper tepin. And there's one that's doing awesome right here. All the others are not doing so awesome, as you can tell. So what I'll probably be doing is moving this into a bigger pot tomorrow. These right here, I'm waiting for their true leaves to come out, are the, this is the Brandywine Pink. And in this cell, I had Moneymaker, and none of them came up. So, I don't know. Oh, that can be good. Oh well. Anyway, so over here are more peppers, the unknown kind. Yep, these are the unknowns. And, I'm just leaving these in here. I probably end up, you know, transplanting these into one of the areas. Down here are all the eggplants. There's one sitting outside, the ones that's a little bit bigger. The Roma tomatoes are doing okay over here, and these still haven't come up, whatever they are in there. So this is doing okay. I think tomorrow I'll just move all the plants out to the area, you know, like to my main garden area, just to put them out there. My mom's plants are doing okay. I don't know, this was attacked by aphids, and the soap and water helped, but they obviously did their damage, if you can tell. The soap and water worked, you know, wonderfully on there. I sprayed it 2 days in a row, and I like slathered them with it. But they're doing okay. My mom's curry leaves do okay. It has some new growth, which is a good thing. Both of them have new growth. And here are her mango plants, and this one's on the way of dying. That one's dead. This one's still alive. Hoping it stays this way. She has some more seeds of mangoes that I've been eating. in the area in front. So hopefully one of those grows. This is a fig tree that I uprooted from the front area. It was volunteered. It was a volunteer, and I don't know what happened, but it just started, drawing out when I put it here. It might have been because over there it was in a very shaded area and I was doing okay, and this gets, full sunlight in the afternoon. So, but I think it should be okay. There's new growth coming on this. I think it should be okay. And all these are dead. All these three are dead. There's something coming out in here. There's a green speck. I don't know what it is. Could be anything. But these are dead. My mom's put seeds in them and stuff. But yeah, that's the update. I do have some plants in front that I will be taking a separate video of later on, and I'll give you guys an overview of my mom's garden in front that you can see. But for today, this is it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for my few subscribers. I really appreciate the love, and I hope to talk to you guys soon, and I look forward to everybody's garden videos. Happy gardening, everybody. Bye.